そのビスクドールは恋をする。So interesting.
You mean my dress appearing? In Japan, this anime is a bit of a hot topic.
Is that so? This anime is interesting, but is there enough of an element to make it a hot topic?
Oh, come on! Don't you get it? There's no doubt that the heroine in this piece is a critical hit in the heart of otaku.
Why? Our anime she is cute.
That's because she's kind of character otaku.
She's a kind of character otaku? Wait, all the girl in anime are friendly to otaku, and girl means young woman, right? Most of the heroine in anime are young women, isn't that normal?
違うな。間違っているぞ。
Uh-huh.
Girl does indeed mean a young woman, but in Japan, just being a young woman is not enough to be called a girl. The term girl means a young woman who does her hair blonde or brown, wears piercing and colorful nail, and wears flashy makeup and fashion. Also, some girls are turning. Their personality are basically rivalry in a lot of party people.
Oh, I see. I understand the definition of girl. But why would a girl be a critical hero with otaku?
Cause girl is the nemesis of otaku.
Nemesis? I don't understand more.
Alright, let's start. Girls are rivalry and usually popular. If there were a school hierarchy, they would definitely be at the top of it. On the other hand, Japanese otaku are reserved, dark, and hide out at the home playing hentai game. Of course, if there were such a thing as a school hierarchy, it would be safe to say that otaku are at the bottom of the heap.
Is this about you?
Shut your mouth, kiddo! And Japanese girls basically hate otaku. It's not uncommon for girls to bully otaku. I would say that otaku-friendly girls are imaginary.
I see. That's why girls are the nemesis of otaku. But I still don't get it. Why would an anime with a girl as a heroine be popular among otaku?
I guess shady people like us are dazzled by sunshine like these girls. To be more accurate, there is such a thing as a man who doesn't like girls.
Absolutely.
The reason why this anime became a hot topic is because a girl who is supposed to be the nemesis is kind to the otaku. A girl who normally lives in a different world will be a friend of otaku. Besides, she's a girl and her hobby is a cosplay. And what's more, she's a cosplaying a character from a hentai game. Even though it is a hentai game, it is a not so-called story-oriented hentai game with a little bit of hentai scene in between. It's hentai game that specializes in hentai scene. Site 3 is Academy for Girls, Young Ladies of the Humiliation Club, Shameless Miracle Life 2.
Nani? Science Triple Academy for Girls, Young Lady of the Humiliation Club, Shameless Miracle Life Tour? It's a definitely a nuclear. And tour? Use that tour? It is so popular that it's getting a sequel. 私、気になります、オレキさん。
Oh, unfortunately, this has not been released in reality. How about Flame Impregnation now they prove it Young Ladies Academy instead?
Oh, you brought up an old hentai game. In Japanese, it's called 炎のハラマセわんぱくおっぱいお嬢様学園. Right? I know that much. If you are under 18, don't search for it. Never.
Let's put aside for the moment the topic of nuclear. Of course, the great thing about this anime isn't just that it's an otaku-friendly girl. Otaku are not so naive nowadays that they will talk about that around.
I know. Another reason why it's so popular is that it often includes naughty scene, right?
Exactly. For example, she suddenly took off her clothes in front of a man. Also, the theme is drawn from a mysterious diagonal downward angle. Wonderful.
Hey, wait a minute. I must say this scene is wonderful because her breasts are konnichiwa from below her thighs. But isn't it strange that the breasts are drawn like this from behind?
What? What do you mean?
Don't you understand? Look at this, and you'll understand.
Wow, I see. I got it. In this scene, her breasts are drawn as if they are in front of her body.
That's what I mean, but the very fact that you try drawing a breast is wonderful. If you don't draw a breast big enough from the best of your legs, there's a good chance you'll get riot in Japan.
Huh, that's right. Hey, this scene is great too.
A girl is wearing a bikini in a shady person's room? The situation I dream of that day is here now.
I'm from the school swimsuit faction. That bikini is still regular for girls.
Yep, I'm sure that every man in the world who saw it wanted to untie the ribbon next to their waist. I feel the same way.
There's a murder come. A man and a woman around together in a man's room. How could anything not happen?
No way! Rocks? Death. It's a shikoki, precious stones, precious rocks, precious sights, and the precious crotch rider convergence. I can't let them realize that I wanna recover here. Oh crap, I'm drooling.
Foot freak.
There's no such a thing as a man who doesn't like feet, huh?
Depends on the person.
What about this scene?
This is where the protagonist Rakana is caught running away from the heroine Marin.
No, that's more the reason that. It may seem like a simple scene, but I think it represents something important in a story.
Oh, do you know?
Of course, Rakana would have been sitting in the shadow until Marin found him. This shows that until now, Rakana is a shady person who doesn't have a single friend. That's when she found him and he took her by the hand to take her out into the sunshine. This uses light and shadow to represent his emotion and life after meeting Marin.
Boy meets girl, and the story begins. It's a traditional story structure, but it's still a beautiful flow.
Oh, so this is where Marin and Rakana go to a cosplay event.
Yeah, but don't you think this expression is naive?
I have the same feeling. This is brought to peaceful world, isn't it?
Let's see what reality is.
Brace yourself.
This is the reality.
Agree. They look like insects swarming around a bite, don't they?
I know how they feel. I wanna see her panties too. But where's their reason and pride as a human being? Oh my gosh! No one take a picture of her outfit. You only take a picture of the inside of her skirt.
I want everyone overseas to like otaku culture, but hiding the true nature of otaku is the same as telling a lie. I'm not a croak.
If you are ever at a cosplay event in Japan, you should join this swarm and take pictures. When in Rome.
Ooh, this scene, that's my favorite.
Actually, I didn't quite understand the meaning of this scene. Please explain detail.
Roger, you see the kanji characters written on the sides? In Japan, these kanji are used for counting. Like in this image, when you count something, you use these symbols, right? It is the same as this. The compression of one kanji character represents 5.
So this represents 17. What number is this counting?
The number of times it was poured inside.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
The number of times it was poured inside. Or should I say, cream pie?
No. Don't you have a problem with expressions such as things?
This was broadcast as a generic anime on generic TV. So there will be nothing wrong with it. In the first place, this is Japan, right?
Uh-oh, you're right. That is not a problem.
The cosplay source is a character from a hentai game. If you are a hentai kaigai Nikki playing a hentai game, you might have figured it out. そのビスクドールが恋をする. It's a great anime.
Yeah, if there are any Kaigai Nikki out there who haven't seen it yet, I suggest you watch it. In episode 6, there's a scene where that part of the new character's lowly body is Tsuru. I mean, silky smooth. I want you to see it in your eyes. Now, if you'll excuse me.
What? Part of the lolly body is silky smooth? What do you mean? I still haven't gotten around to watching episode 6. Tell me, what's so silky smooth about it? Hey!